Good morning out there, all my friends in YouTube land. This is Sunset Bay Bonnie checking back in. I know it's been a while. Let's get to it. So as most of you know, I love going up to the Amish, shopping. I get vegetables and baked goods, and I usually go with like my son or some of my grandkids, which I have done already this year. He also goes with his wife by himself and gets stuff. But we had gone up the one day with my oldest granddaughter and her fiance, and we went to the place that has baked goods and found out that they expanded. They had I think it was like a 10 by 8 shed that it was attached to the side of their house that they were selling their products from. They were making it in the back porch of the house that was enclosed, and then there was just a covered walkway, and they'd walk right over into the shed, which was beautifully made. It looked like a tiny house with little windows and glass doors and everything in there. And they were famous for their donuts, hundreds of dozens of donuts on a Friday and a Saturday. But I remember we were there, I don't know if I mentioned this before, that there were buses there from Canada loaded with people who were there to travel around Amish country, and they were pulled into this spot to buy donuts, and they were carrying out bags and bags and bags, and what they had done was ordered ahead of time. So that's how they were able to fill all these bags full of donuts and pastries and things. It's mesmerizing to me that people from Canada were coming to the United States, to this little farm area, to purchase from the Amish. So getting on to the Amish that I visit in particular. Now, the particular area that I go to when I go to the Amish is called Conewango Valley, and it's up on Route 62. They're everywhere, but that's where I in particular go to. It takes me, I would say, it's between a half an hour and 40 minutes maybe to get there. And there are several, they're everywhere. All you got to do is drive along. You'll see little signs on the side of the road. It'll say produce with an arrow. It'll say baked goods. A lot of them will say baked goods Friday and Saturday. A lot of people do it during the week. Some only do it on weekends. It's just depends on them. But they never, ever sell anything on Sunday. That's church day. So if you're planning on going to the Amish, always remember, don't go on a Sunday. The other thing I always say, go early, especially if you're going on Friday and Saturday to places that are very popular, because they will sell out before noon. That's another lesson that we learned the hard way. Aside from the fact that the produce and baked goods and everything are wonderful at the Amish, the prices are great. The drive is just beautiful. On this day that I'm filming, it was early morning, and you can see the condensation is burning off of the land, giving it that big foggy appearance spread out all across the dirt. And the sun is covered by the haze from that, and it's just beautiful. And the temperature from where I started out, which is right on the lake, dropped significantly as I got up into Amish country, because it's a pretty good incline up to get to where I'm driving currently. And that's why you could see that morning haze coming off the land, because it was a good 20 degrees chillier than it was when I left my house. Check that out, a dozen eggs for $2. Peppers, onions, and zucchini. I grabbed all of that while I was up at the Amish. I froze the onions, the bell peppers, the zucchini, made fried zucchini, and I even tried my hand at making pickles, which I haven't done since I was in my teens. These are horseradish garlic. This is a shelf I made my granddaughter years ago. She asked me if I'd make one like it for her boyfriend's daughter for her new bedroom. So here we go. Not only was the wood warped length and width, the actual measurements of the length, width, and thickness was different all across the boards, which made it difficult doing the math to get this thing looking like it was made halfway decent. And I am happy to say we finally got the guns out again and threw some lead around. That is a gong about, we know it's at least 50 feet away from the table where I was sitting at. And that's the first time I've had that gun out, I think, in 2 years. And man, we went through several hundred rounds. Can't wait to go up and do it again.